Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing checking back in with y'all, man. What's good? So, immediate post-fight reaction to SHAKUR Stevenson versus Edwin de los Santos. To be frank, it was a lackluster fight, a lackluster performance by both guys. Not just gonna put this on SHAKUR Stevenson. Lackluster performance by both guys. Clear victory for SHAKUR Stevenson. Defense, I told y'all time after time, SHAKUR Stevenson might be the best defensive boxer in the sport. When it comes to avoiding shots and not getting hit, hitting and not getting hit, being able to transition from offense to defense, from defense back to offense, SHAKUR does all that shit as good or better than anybody in the sport today. But as far as just defense, the guy is impeccable. It's so difficult to hit him, and tonight he showed very, I would say, advanced foot movement. Very advanced foot movement. Really hard to get a solid shot off on SHAKUR. We've seen him in his last few fights be able to fight in the pocket, right in front of guys, swimming without getting wet, making you miss and making you pay. But in this fight, he moved around a little bit more. Now let me speak to that. This reminded me of the Jeremiah Nakatila fight, where he felt that power early on and decided, hey, I don't want to get touched with none of that shit. I'm moving. That's one thing that I noticed about SHAKUR. When he realized that you got some heat, and he know for sure that, hey, if this motherfucker land one of these bitches, it could be night-night. When he feel that way, and he felt that way tonight, he's not going to really engage with you. He's not going to really engage with you at all until late in the fight, after some of the steam on them punches done went off, or after he felt like you done fatigued. And the thing about De Los Santos is he was in great shape, and he didn't really throw a whole lot of shit. He didn't really be super aggressive or, assert himself very much in this fight. So he had a lot of energy left later on. So SHAKUR didn't really start to open up the little bit that he did until like the 10th and 11th round, like the latter part of the fight. So it's not too much that I could really say about this performance other than, great defensive performance, but it's hard for me to credit a guy. I mean, and look, he won, and I credit him for his defense because he's an amazing defensive fighter. But it doesn't give you it don't give you the full effect as a viewer, as a boxing fan, as someone who is critiquing what you're seeing, when it's all defense and no offense at all. You dig what I'm saying? And that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? So it's like great defensive performance, but normally you would like to see, when you think of great defensive performances, you think of a guy who was amazing on defense, but also countering at every chance that he got. Landing crisp, clean, sharp shots all night. Because the counter ability and the return fire on offense makes the defense stand out even more. But when you just moving and not throwing no punches, I mean, SHAKUR had ample opportunity to counter De Los Santos, but he didn't. They was trying to make up an excuse about the left hand. Me personally, what I told y'all about the Jeremiah Nakatila fight. He felt that power. He felt the steam on them shots, and he knew that he couldn't really afford, in his mind. I thought that he could afford to do so, but he the one in there. I ain't in there. You dig what I'm saying? But he felt like he couldn't afford to like overextend or let his hands go, because he didn't want no return fire from Santos. Keep in mind, Santos can box too. He got power, he got speed, got good athleticism. Let me talk about him. This was a terrible performance by De Los Santos. for a guy that talk all that shit, all that, I'm your father. You know what I'm saying? All that, me baby, you my son, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? All that goofy ass shit he was talking before the fight, and then you get in there and you acting like you scared to get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? See, guys talk shit about dudes who go in there and get their ass whooped, but y'all, you know what I'm saying? But y'all don't talk about these dudes who go in there just to survive and shit. You feel what I'm saying? I'd rather see a motherfucker go in there and go for broke, like Earl Spence, let his hands go. You feel what I'm saying? Keep coming forward. Even though you in there with a motherfucker who is clearly more skilled than you, he letting them bitches go. That's what you gotta do when you fighting somebody that's more skilled than you. You know you ain't finna outbox the motherfucker. You know you not finna sit there and outwit him, outsmart him, and outclass him and out strategize him. You not finna do that. What's your only other option? You better get on his ass. Like on some Marcos Maidana type shit. You can say what you want about Marcos Maidana, but shit, if he feel like he can't, go tit for tat with you, he gonna get in there and throw some shit, and you gonna have to drop. You gonna have to do something to hurt him. You gonna have to show him that he need to respect you and stop coming forward. Otherwise, he gonna get in that bitch and go for broke. You dig what I'm saying? Terrible performance on offense by both fighters, but I'm gonna put more of this on De Los Santos, because you get an opportunity to get in there with SHAKUR Stevenson. This an opportunity of a lifetime to get this type of name on your resume for a world title. This could open up an opportunity for a Gervonta Tank Davis fight, for a Devin Haney fight, a Lomachenko fight, a Teofimo Lopez fight. It's guys at 140 that he can go up and fight. He's a big guy at 135. But you go in there and you lay an egg like that, bruh. And for motherfuckers to say SHAKUR ain't got no power, shit, I can't tell. You feel what I'm saying? Because dude in there acting like he's scared to get hit. I don't like that. I don't like that. Motherfuckers talk all that shit before the fight, and then you get in there and you fold up. Y'all know Jermell Charlo, my favorite fighter? He did the same shit against Canelo. Talk all that shit, and then you get in there and act like you scared to get touched. You feel what I'm saying? I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. So, and look, SHAKUR Stevenson, I'm going to tell you like this, man. Look, he said he didn't want to call out no names because he felt bad about the performance. I respect SHAKUR for being honest about his performance. Respect. He got to go back to the drawing board and get right. I still want to see the Devin Haney fight. I still want to see the Tank Davis fight with SHAKUR versus these guys. I still want to see SHAKUR versus Frank Martin. Hey, SHAKUR, he should have took that 25% from Devin Haney, man, because fighting like that, you ain't selling no tickets, brother. You ain't selling no tickets, brother. So I don't know what you expect to get out the pot fighting Devin Haney. You ain't selling no tickets, brother. Let's just keep it 100. You had the opportunity to fight for undisputed. Man, take that 25%, bro. You not selling no tickets for real? Come on now. So what you think you finna get out the deal for real? This shit crazy, man. This shit. And Frank Martin, you should have took the fight with SHAKUR Stevenson, because you could have put up a better performance than De Los Santos did. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. I don't like this shit. Man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Contender regime boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.